everyone, my name is Siti Jannah Fattah. I'm from the Faculty of Economics and Business Management Study Program, University Persada, Indonesia, YAI. Student ID 21142900044. For this time, I am presentation about customer service on the phone, handling customer complaints, and expression reason, purpose, and contrast. Customer service on the phone. 5 telephone communication skills tips for customer service. Talking with a customer on the phone can often be a difficult task without seeing an individual's face. Message can become muddled and meanings misinterpreted. To improve your telephone communication skills, be sure to master the following tips. Adopt a positive tone. Projecting an enthusiastic, natural, and attentive tone while on the phone can help a customer feel comfortable during a conversation. When you answer the phone, smile as you greet the person on the other line, although it might be a bit of a challenge. A smile can truly be heard through the telephone. Also be aware of your vocal qualities throughout the call. Control your rate of speech, your pitch, and your overall timbre. Clear enunciation, the ability to understand what someone is saying on the phone spirits a productive conversation from one filled with tension. Whenever you are on the telephone, speak clearly, enunciate, and use simple words and phrases. Don't use overly complex vocabulary or jargon. The last thing you want to do is confuse the customer on the line or make them feel inferior. Also, avoid slang and filler words. Saying things like dude, yeah, and will detract from the quality of the interaction, making constructive problem solving harder to enchant. If you have a tendency to use filler words such as or like, practice taking a pause instead. Be sincere. Starting with the greeting conversation over the phone must be sincere, say hello, and be genuine. Try to avoid scripted greetings as smart sound, artificial, and inauthentic. Include the company's name, your name, and over your assistant as three as you answer the phone if you're receiving a transfer call or if you're working on the switchboard. State the name of the department you are a part of in order to give the client the appropriate information. Doing this will ease the customer into the exchange and let them know that you are calm and ready to help. Use their name. As soon as you reach a customer's name, use it. Write down the individual's initial in order to monogram the calls. This will help you remember the client's name and will personalize the call for you. Leave the customer satisfied. As with most things, finishing a conversation on the right note can create lasting positivity and a satisfied customer. In order to achieve a great ending to a telephone call, make sure that the caller understands the information you pass along before you hang up. Ask the customer, is there anything else I can help you with? Answer any final question he or she might have to answer. Complete comprehension and satisfaction. Once all of the sanitary information has been shared, finish the call in a friendly manner. Say have a nice day or it was nice talking with you. This will let the customer know that you have happily helped them and that you will be willing to aid them again in the future. Handling customer complaints. 10 steps for handling customer complaints. Stay calm. It may be extremely difficult to do. You must stop calm when handling a customer complaint. This can be hard, especially since your business is probably a point of immense pride for you. But don't take the complaint personally. It's not a personal attack. Often a customer complaint will highlight an area that you can improve upon within your business. Not only that, but getting upset, losing your call, or yelling at the customer is never a good thing. You are more likely to make good progress and satisfy your customers' need if you approach the problem with calm state of mind. 2. Listen. Active listening techniques can and should be used with your customer all the time. Don't assume that you know what the customer wants or needs and don't dismiss them as trivial either. Hear them out and pay close attention to what they're saying. With frustrated people can have difficulty expressing their concern or what they need from you to make them happy. Allowing your customer to work will give him or her time to calm down. Often you can resolve an issue just by listening to your customer and allowing them to be kind. In most instances, you can diffuse anger and frustration by remaining kind and understanding. You can tell your customers straight away that you appreciate them reaching out about their concerns and that you want to understand exactly how they are feeling. Acknowledge the issue. After you heard them out, acknowledge the problem and repeat it back to the customer. Paraphrasing what your customer has said and repeating it back to them lets them know that you listen and that you understand what the problem is. Apologize and thank them. It may feel difficult, but swallowing your pride and apologizing for your customers for experience will put you miles ahead of the game. As with acknowledgement, apologizing does not mean that you agree with the customer, not are you taking the blame. Ask question. After you listen to your customer complaint and the individual has had a chance to calm down, it's your turn to take the initiative and get all the facts. Now is the time that you can calmly start asking questions for clarification, start a good intervention with your customer between being kind, listening, acknowledging and apologizing. You will have started gaining your customer trust. Make it speedy. Once you have gathered all of the information you need now is your chance to find a solution that's make everyone happy, especially your customer. The faster you win a reasonable solution that everyone can agree on, the happier your customer will be, and you get to breathe a sigh of real life. Document the response. Documenting them can help you identify flaw issues and trend. It could be a product glitch that you need to immediately address, or maybe it is a complaint specific complaint that your marketing department can look into. Whatever the case, make sure to record all customer complaints for future use. Follow up. Contacting your angry customer after finding a solution for them might be the last thing you want to do, but after all the hard work, following up with your customer is the icing on the cake for them. It lets them know that their concern are at the top of your mind, and it is another way to show that you care. Come out from behind the screen. Just because the internet has made it easier to provide customer service virtually, don't mean you should always interact via live chat or email. If you're offering a service such as web development, copywriting, or social media consultancy, it can pay to have a video call with your customer. Expressing reason, purpose, and contrast. Reason. We can begin encouraged to give reason with these words. As it was getting late, I decide I shall go home. We must be near the beach because I can hear the wave. You can begin a sentence with because everything looked different. I had no idea where to go. So it's also commonly used to express the same meaning. My mother's arrived, so I won't be able to meet you on Tuesday after all. Since he was going to be living in Sweden for some time, he thought he should read something about the country, or rather formal. We could go and visit you, seeing that we have to drive us here. Has anyway, seeing that is used in informal English. Some people also using as informal speech. For in as much as formal. We must begin planning now for the future. My brain unexpected change. The film is unusual in that there are only 4 actors in it. Clara and I have quite an easy life in as much as neither of us has to work too hard, but we earn quite a lot of money. Because of due to owing to because of issues with our non price, we won't be able to come because of the bad weather. Due to she was unable to run due to a leg injury owing to or not after the verb B, we have less money to spend owing to budget cuts. And with for has a familiar meaning to because of she was looking out better for her stay in hospital. With has a familiar meaning to because there is are with so many people I'll have decided to cancel meeting. Purpose, so or that. So that is usually followed by can call will or while the police lock the door so that no one could get on. Infinitive of purpose. Jake went to England to study engineering in order to so as to. These are more formal ways of expressing purpose. Scientists use only local material in order to so as to save money. For describe how something is used, this button is for starting the engine. Contrast. A talk, even talk, well, whereas talk can come at the end of a sentence. Also cannot also I asked her she didn't come, or I asked her but she didn't come through. Even talk is more empathic. Even talk I asked her she didn't come, which was surprising. Well and whereas are rather formal, they contrast opposite ideas, while we united were fast and accurate, Siti were slow and careless. However, this more common in formal speech, and writing is cheap. However, I don't like it, or I don't like it. However, nevertheless. This is a very formal way of expressing. However, Smith says he is or nevertheless. He has both a new care, despite and in spite of. They can be followed by nouns or garrons and not by close. Despite losing, we celebrate in spite of the rain we went out. It's my presentation. Thank you for attention.